As we are talking right now, there is a very serious development happening in Nigeria, and it is something every citizen needs to pay attention to. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called an emergency high-level security meeting after receiving reports of unusual bandit movements across some northern states. And before I go deeper, please, if you are watching this video, kindly like this video right now and subscribe to the channel so that you can always get reliable updates as they happen. It helps the channel grow and helps more people stay informed. Now back to the matter. The meeting the president held was not a small one at all. It involved top military commanders, police authorities, intelligence agencies, and key advisors. The information that came in was serious enough to trigger immediate action. According to the reports reaching the presidency, there were movements of armed groups across certain forest areas, movements that suggested they were planning something or trying to relocate from one hideout to another. And because of the recent rise in kidnappings and attacks, the government did not want to take any chances. The president immediately demanded a full briefing on the situation in Kwara, Niger, Kebbi, Kaduna, and some surrounding regions because these states have experienced repeated security threats over the last few weeks. And if you are watching right now, don't forget to like this video and subscribe because these updates are important and you shouldn't miss any of them. During the meeting, the first thing that was agreed upon is that Nigeria cannot continue allowing criminal groups to move around freely in forests without being confronted. Too many communities have suffered. Too many schools have been attacked. Too many families have been displaced. So the president ordered security agencies to intensify aerial monitoring. That means aircraft and drones will be watching the forest areas, both day and night. The idea is simple. Once suspicious movement is detected, they respond immediately. No delay, no long story. But that is not the only step taken. The president also issued instructions for more officers to be deployed from VIP security assignments back into national security work. This means that many police officers who were attached to politicians and prominent individuals will now return to regular duty, especially in areas where more manpower is needed. The goal is to ensure that ordinary Nigerians are protected just as much as those in government. Please, if you appreciate updates like this, like this video and subscribe right now so that you don't miss the next one. One thing that also came up during the meeting is the issue of intelligence. The security chiefs made it clear that one reason bandits succeed is because they operate in forests that are not frequently monitored, and many local communities are scared to report what they see. So the president instructed intelligence teams to work more closely with local leaders so that information can move faster. If villagers see strange movements or notice new camps forming deep in the bush, they should be able to report safely without fear. The government wants to strengthen community trust, and that is very important for any country facing security challenges. Now, another major part of the discussion focused on the recent attacks on schools. The president expressed strong concern about these incidents and said that Nigeria cannot continue losing children to kidnappings. Many of you watching this already know how heartbreaking the recent cases were, the trauma these children go through, the fear it brings to parents, the disruption of education. All these things weaken the society. And this was one reason the meeting was called urgently, because if there are reports of bandit movement, it could be connected to plans for more attacks. So the government wants to stop anything before it even begins. As we continue this gist, please like this video and subscribe. It helps more people see this information. Another issue they addressed in the meeting was the need to upgrade equipment. Some security units have complained that they lack the tools needed to patrol forests effectively. The president made it clear that he wants logistics problems solved immediately. Vehicles, communication systems, fuel supply, surveillance devices, all these things must be provided so that the officers working on the front line can perform their duties without being exposed or under-equipped. The meeting also touched on the importance of coordination among different agencies. In the past, One major weakness in Nigeria's security operations has been that agencies sometimes work separately instead of working as one strong team. But in this new plan, the president emphasized joint operations. Army, Air Force, police, intelligence, and even forest guards working side by side. This kind of teamwork reduces mistakes and increases success. So part of the instruction given is for all agencies to share information in real time. Now, let me explain something very important. When government receives reports of increased bandit movement, it can mean several things. Either they are planning attacks, or they are moving to avoid being captured, or they are relocating to join other criminal groups. Whatever the reason, it is not something any government should ignore. And because the country has seen increasing cases of abductions recently, especially school-related ones, the presidency decided that immediate action is necessary. If you are still watching, please like and subscribe. You supporting this channel helps this information reach more people. Another part of the meeting focused on technology. The government wants to introduce more modern tools to help track criminal activity. Things like heat-sensing drones, improved mapping systems, and better night vision equipment. These will help officers detect camps even in thick forest areas. This is important because many criminals operate at night believing they won't be seen. But with new technology, that will change. The president also called for stronger border monitoring. Some of the movements reported suggest that certain groups might be trying to enter Nigeria through unguarded borders. So immigration units and border patrol teams have been asked to tighten their operations and watch for any suspicious crossings. This is a sensitive matter because once armed groups enter unnoticed, it becomes more difficult to track them. So extra patrols and checkpoints will be set up in border communities. And let me remind you, please like this video and subscribe. Thank you. The government also discussed how to support victims of past attacks, especially families whose loved ones were kidnapped. The president emphasized the need for steady communication. Many families complain that they don't get enough updates, so the government wants better systems for providing them with information about rescue operations and progress being made. One of the security chiefs in that meeting reportedly gave a breakdown of how some of these criminal groups move. He explained that they often operate in clusters, small groups that move quietly in the forest, then join together to form a larger group when they want to plan an attack. This movement pattern was one of the suspicious activities that triggered the emergency meeting. The government wants to make sure that these clusters cannot gather unnoticed. That is why the plan involves constant monitoring, not just of the big groups, but of small movements too. The president also stressed that Nigeria must not allow criminals to get comfortable. Once they become comfortable in certain locations, they build camps, they create supply routes, and they start controlling villages. So the instruction is to disrupt them at every opportunity. That means moving into forests more often, checking abandoned buildings in rural areas, and responding immediately when locals report anything out of the ordinary. If you are listening, please like this video and subscribe so more people can stay informed. Another strong point discussed was the role of youth in security. The president said young people across Nigeria, especially those living in rural communities, must be encouraged to cooperate with security agencies. Many youths know the terrain better than anybody. They know the shortcuts, the paths, the small roads that vehicles cannot enter. So the government wants to involve them in safe, organized, structured community watch programs. This does not mean taking risks or fighting anyone. It means providing information, helping with early warnings, and reporting anything suspicious quickly. The meeting also touched on the importance of peace in the northern parts of the country. For many years, communities in different states have suffered, and it affects the entire nation. Farms are abandoned, markets are closed early, schools are afraid to open, and movement becomes restricted. The president said Nigeria cannot grow if fear continues to spread. So restoring peace is not just a security matter, it is also an economic matter, an education matter, and a community survival matter.